Good morning, everyone. I hate to interrupt breakfast and conversation, but I want to welcome you to Boston University and welcome you to the open house for the College of Arts and Sciences. My name is Danny Bradley, and I am a senior in the college and president of the CAS Dean's Hosts. 4 years ago, actually this exact open house, 4 years ago I was in your seats for my own open house, and I could not believe that it was finally time to choose a college. Now I stand here in my final weeks of my undergraduate experience, sentimental for sure, but also well prepared for what lies ahead, knowing that Boston University has impacted me in the best of ways. We were told at my open house that my prospective class of 2013 was the best and the brightest, and that we were the most achieved and impressive group yet. But now, as much as it hurts my ego and my self-esteem to admit this, you are the most impressive and the most selective group of students yet, and we are thrilled to welcome you here today. My parents came to open house prepared with a list of questions, which I'm sure so many of you parents have as well, possibly to your son or daughter's dismay, and I frankly was terrified because not only were my parents hoping to become best friends with every administrator that they met, but I was also faced with what seemed to be a daunting question and a daunting decision that would affect my life forever. And some of you might feel the same way today, but I'm here to say no worries. This open house is an opportunity for you to see what Boston University and the College of Arts and Sciences have to offer. Today's open house is your chance to get a glimpse of the place we love and call home. And there's no better way to start this open house than to hear from the Dean of the college. Virginia Sapiro is Dean of Arts and Sciences and Professor of Political Science. Before her arrival at BU in 2007, she spent 31 years on the faculty of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where she held the distinguished Sophonisba P. Breckinridge Professorship of Political Science and Women's Studies, chaired the Department of Political Science and the Women's Studies program, and held many leadership positions, including interim provost and vice chancellor for academic affairs, and vice provost for teaching and learning. She has also served on the board of trustees of Clark University. Dean Sapiro has published widely in the areas of political psychology, political behavior and public opinion, elections, and gender politics. She has served on a number of national boards and of major professional organizations, and she is a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, an organization founded in 1780 whose members include our most distinguished academics, scientists, artists, and public figures. Dean Sapiro earned an MA and PhD in political science from the University of Michigan and a BA in government from Clark University, where she was elected to Phi Beta Kappa. Dean Sapiro's credentials are truly impressive, but what is most impressive from my student perspective is her fierce dedication to CAS students. She cares not only about the short term as she develops and maintains an enriching academic experience for our 4 years here at BU, but she is just as concerned about helping us discover what makes us come alive and what will fulfill us after we leave Commonwealth Avenue. I'm lucky enough to work in her office as an office assistant, and in between visits from her adorable dog, Panda, she's always encouraging me to be brilliant. She's always interested to hear about my classes, what I'm learning, how I view the world, and how BU is preparing me for my future path. And so, without further delay, I am thrilled to introduce to you Dean Virginia Sapiro.
So just our little secret, dogs aren't allowed in the building, so you and we won't tell anybody that Panda spends time there. Before I start, I'd like to do one thing. Danny Bradley has done 20 of these open houses over his years. He's done introductions 13 times. He's about to graduate. Could I hear 800 people applaud him, please? Good morning. Danny, you said they were the best. Good morning. It's much better. Good morning to all of you who are here, and good morning to those of you who are seeing us online. And a special welcome to those of you who were meant to be here last week. Some of you have made the trip again, and some of you are online. We welcome you, and we're very glad we have the opportunity to talk with you. To the students here, this is a very exciting time of your life. You are in the midst of making one of the most important decisions you have ever made: where you will spend the next 4 years and earn your university degree. We know you have great options from which to choose where you will pursue your education. We know you have great choices because you have extremely impressive credentials. You rank at the top of your high school class. You have excellent SAT and ACT scores. Many of you come armed with substantial AP credits. You come from almost every state of the Union and most countries of the world. You've been engaged in an unbelievable range of activities outside of your schoolwork. You have given great service to your communities. You've performed in outstanding ways in music and the arts and in athletics. Some of you have juggled all of this while carrying on responsible jobs to help your families save for college. Most of the people who applied here did not get accepted. So we know very well that you have options. I'm here to welcome you, to give you a richer sense of why we, the faculty, staff, and students of the College of Arts and Sciences, find this such a wonderful place to study and work, and why we think you will too. Now, you've read the catalogs and the websites, you've talked with your friends and your family, and you've made the important investment of coming here today, so I am not going to recite all of the basic facts about BU to you yet again, and you can see I won't because there's not even a PowerPoint behind me. What I want to do is speak from my heart and my experience to tell you why I think that the College of Arts and Sciences at Boston University is such a great place to pursue your bachelor's degree. I'm going to list 7 reasons why this might be exactly the right place for you. First, we are a major teaching and research university. Now, some institutions you may be looking at will emphasize that they are only about undergraduate education and not about research. They might mention that there are few or no graduate programs, and they'll tell you that the faculty are really focused only on their undergraduate teaching and that that is good for you. Indeed, they may downplay their professors' passion for their research as well as their teaching. So, why do I think it's such a good thing for undergraduates to come to a major teaching and research university, where the faculty are also devoted to research and graduate training as well as undergraduate education? Well, think about what research is. Research is the process of discovering new knowledge. It's the process of asking interesting and important questions that have never been answered before. Perhaps they're asking questions that never have even been asked before. And then it's the process of engaging in creative, careful, skilled probing and exploration to find the right and sometimes the very surprising answer. Research represents a passion for learning, an unquenchable drive to explore and discover. I think you should want to learn from people like that. People who have that passion for learning, exploration, and discovery love to share the knowledge they gain from that exploration. They love to pass on the tools and the skills they learn to use and they use to make those discoveries. In other words, they love to teach. At Boston University, your teachers will not just teach you from the distilled knowledge you find in textbooks, or what they learned from other scholars who do research. They will share with you the discoveries they are making right now at the forefront of knowledge. If you wish, they will involve you directly in their research and teach you how to make discoveries for yourself. Some of our faculty literally go to the ends of the earth to share their research and their work with their students. Let me give you a few examples. There's a professor of Earth and Environment who takes a group of students to the deserts and glaciers of Antarctica each year to study the origins of the Earth and the implications for the history of Mars. Our biologists will take you to the tropics of South America to investigate the fine ecological balance that exists there. We have archaeologists who take their students, their undergraduates, to the classical areas of the Mediterranean or to the Mayan regions of Latin America to join them on digs. Our marine science faculty will take you out on the ocean to coastal areas or right out there on the ocean to investigate the nature of marine ecology. Professor Sir Christopher Ricks, professor and director of our Editorial Institute, offers a course in which undergraduates work directly with the fascinating manuscripts and documents housed in our Howard Gottlieb Archival Research Center to learn the art and the craft of editing. The Gottlieb Center holds the papers of an amazing range of people from all walks of life, including clergymen and civil rights leaders Martin Luther King and Howard Thurman, actors Tyne Daly, Gina Davis, Betty Davis, Robert Redford, famous journalists, public figures, and many others, and you as undergraduates have the opportunity to work with those papers and learn from those documents. So that is why I think there is nothing better than being an undergraduate at a great teaching and research university. The second reason why I think this place is so terrific, we have a faculty that cares profoundly about teaching and working with students. You will experience this immediately during your freshman year here. This close relationship between students and professors, for example, is certainly the case in the core curriculum. The college's college within a college that matches first and second year students with some of our best professors in small discussion-based classes. I'll say a little bit more about the core in a minute, but any of you here could choose to participate. You'll experience that close relationship with our faculty in our expanding first-year experience program, where you will connect with faculty in informal but intellectually very interesting settings outside the classroom from your very first days here. And that close relationship is certainly the case in advising, as you will work with faculty advisors and mentors in your field and beyond. The bottom line is that you will have the opportunity to forge meaningful relationships with your faculty here at BU from the very first, and as you've already heard, they will take you to the ends of the earth if you wish. A third reason why I think this is such a great place to be an undergraduate, we are a large, diverse university with a terrific range of choices, and not just across the fields one normally finds in a liberal arts and sciences college, but we also offer you the opportunity to benefit from the richness of first-rate professional schools as well. As students in the College of Arts and Sciences majoring in biology, economics, art history, mathematics, or whatever your major happens to be, you have access to courses in the schools of engineering and education, the College of Fine Arts and Health Sciences, the School of Management or Communications, and more. You can minor in fields that are offered in those schools. We have minors and majors that depend on courses from across the university. Examples include our neuroscience program, music performance, dance, architecture, public health, a program in cinema studies. We're now just designing sustainable energy, and more. Fourth, we're large and diverse, but accessible and user-friendly. Our size is tempered by our work to create good, welcoming spaces. This is an urban institution in a great city. A great city doesn't overwhelm you because its diversity and its richness is packaged in great neighborhoods, special places that you enjoy and adapt to your special purposes. Likewise, a great, large university has its diversity and its richness packaged in great neighborhoods, great communities, special places that you enjoy and adapt to your special purposes. There are something like 500 different clubs at BU from which to choose, where you can act out your interests with small groups of people or large groups of people as you choose. And we offer programs to help you choose which of those might be your favorite. Our academic offerings are diverse, but we have a strong advising program to give you as much guidance as you want and as you need. And we have designed our curriculum to allow you to shape your education to suit your needs, but within a carefully designed liberal arts and sciences education framework. Here's an example for you. Almost anywhere you go in this country where you're considering going to college, you will have a core of requirements for the liberal arts and sciences degree designed to ensure that you will develop a great array of intellectual and academic skills, and that you will acquire a breadth of knowledge and a good grasp of different ways of knowing across the humanities, the social sciences, and the natural sciences. Together, these skills and this knowledge, which define the liberal arts and sciences, will serve you throughout your lives. But here at BU, we make sure we have different ways for you to fulfill those essential requirements of a liberal education that suit your diversity of intellectual and learning styles. Let me show you two contrasting approaches to the very same ends of achieving a breadth of knowledge and a breadth of ways of knowing. Some of you are people who like to make your own story. You don't like to be told what to do. You like to choose, be told what the options are, and then you like to go out and choose and do it your way. For you, we have the approach to general education called divisional studies, where we develop a list of the courses you could use to fulfill your humanities requirements, natural science, social science, computational science, and then you, I hope along with an advisor, will choose the best course for you. You'll pick and choose and take what you like. So that's the approach for those of you who really just like to make your own story and get on with it. Some of you have a different approach to life. You really love to have integrated experiences across different experiences. You really relish being in a learning community together. You would like to go to a set of classes with some of the same people, some of the same faculty, work with them inside and outside of class, and really feel a part of a particular community that's already integrated for you and already has chosen some fabulous options. For you, there's the core curriculum I discussed earlier, a college within a college, a set of integrated courses that, like divisional studies, gives you access to the humanities, the social sciences, the natural sciences, computational sciences, and writing, but in addition gives you this integrated community, a set of co-curricular activities. So two different ways of doing it. Make your own story, leave me alone, let me just choose, divisional studies. Give me a community, give me a bunch of people that I can spend a lot of time with over a couple of years, the core curriculum. A fifth reason why BU is such a great place for undergraduates, we are a global and international institution. We will prepare you to go out into a world in which we know you will work with people from around the world, you will travel far and wide, you will work in different countries. We're global and international in many ways. First of all, our student body. We have a very international student body. As I said, our students come from most countries in the world. So wherever you're from, whatever your home culture and home language is, you will spend time here having a global experience right here on the BU campus, right here in Boston, as you get to know and work with other people, other faculty from all over the world. Second, global and international studies. This is one of the best universities in the country for the study of languages and cultures. We have great programs that allow you even just first to dip into languages like Chinese, Arabic, Japanese, Turkish, Persian, African languages in a stress-free way to see whether you really like it, whether you really want to pursue it more, and then you can study almost 25 modern and classical languages in a serious way to the advanced level. You can study the cultures and societies of most regions of the world. International relations is our largest major. And our global and international studies are not just in the humanities and the social sciences, as at many universities, but also because of our deep strength in environmental studies. You can study this international and global world from a scientific point of view, focusing on land and on sea. And finally, in terms of international and global experience, there is the great study abroad programs of Boston University. Almost 40% of CAS students go and study somewhere else for some portion of their degree, and are many, many places around the world. And the BU study abroad programs are different from a lot in that they are BU study abroad programs. We have designed them. They use our faculty. They interact with our programs. So there's a good communication between what you do here and what you do around the world. They are designed with Boston University students in mind. And one other thing about our international study, at many institutions, for those of you who are in the sciences, you have to ask whether study abroad is designed in a way to allow you to go to abroad. In many places, people regard the science majors as so packed and so demanding that there isn't really time for international study. Well, fortunately here, we've designed study abroad programs specifically for our science students. So, for example, in Dresden, we have a great science program. In Geneva, where especially our physics students go. Boston University undergraduates were the only undergraduates present at CERN when they discovered the Higgs boson. So science students, humanities, social sciences, come here and you will find that Boston University will prepare you for your global and international future. My sixth reason for saying that this is a great place to be an undergraduate, one of our greatest assets is that this is Boston. This is an amazing city. It has great arts and culture. It has amazing history. It has wicked, crazy sports fans, and you are just a few minutes' walk from Fenway Park. Sorry, New Yorkers. We have oceans and mountains right nearby. We have our own trolley line running up and down the campus. We are in the most student-oriented and student-friendly city in the world. And we really, really, really are in Boston. Now, some of you I know are here and are traveling around the region, and you're going to look at other places that say they're in Boston. Well, there are fabulous universities and colleges all over this region, and you can get a great education at many of them. But Boston, Medford, hopping place, it's really good. Waltham, the nightlife there is really exciting. Chestnut Hill, take the Green Line, and if it keeps going, just go until it can't go any further, and then you're there. Those are great universities, great colleges. You can get a great education. But this is Boston. And let me say another couple of words about Boston. I think this week I can't pass without talking about the events of the last couple of weeks. It's on all our minds, all of you from this region, all of you who came here last week, all of you online who were here last week know very well what a shocking and difficult and stressful time this has been. All of you who are from New York or Washington or Oklahoma City or Atlanta or London or Madrid or Jerusalem or any of a number of other places around the world know what it means to be in a city that has to recover from terrorism, that has to recover from senseless acts of violence. You can't hide from it. You have to deal with it. And as you see when you walk around today, and if you take a look at the front of the buses in Boston, you will see that beside telling you where the buses go, it says Boston Strong. And we have signs around the campus that say BU Strong. And our strength is that we are a community. Our strength is that from the very first hours of understanding what had gone on, we took care of each other. On campus here, we took great care to take care of each other, to find our students, to make sure they're safe, and we are continuing to make sure everybody understands the continuing counseling services that we have available for all of us, students and faculty who are still dealing with the outcome of that terrorism. You may want to talk with people more about the issues of safety, and we'll be happy to talk to you about that. But Boston Strong, BU Strong, this is a fabulous place. And increasingly, we're integrating Boston and the region into our curriculum. Boston is our laboratory. So you can take sections of your writing courses that focus, as we say, on arts now, where you will go to the fabulous local theater or museums or music of Boston and integrate that with your studies. Those of you who are interested in environmental studies can join with our faculty to study the metabolism of a great city and understand the environmental pressures and stresses and changes that we're undergoing. There are many examples. So not only is Boston a great environment, Boston is also our laboratory. It's where we learn. And finally, something that may be a little hard for you to see at first if you've only looked at much more traditional and perhaps more rural campuses, but this is a great campus in a great city. Now, BU's not a beautiful campus in the traditional sense of having a big green with some buildings in the middle and a wall or hedges around the side. There's even a website out there that claims we're in the hit parade of not pretty campuses. But I disagree. It takes some time, if you're not from a city, to get a feel for this. But this is a great urban campus, and one of its beauties is it's not walled off from the city. There isn't a big hedge around us. We're a couple miles wide, a couple miles long, not very wide, with a wonderful campus and natural boundaries. Unlike a lot of places, you can't get very lost here. It's easy. Go in one direction. If you go too far, you're going to get hit by a car on Storrow Drive or fall into the Charles River, and Danny told me you're the smartest ever, and I know you're not going to walk across Storrow Drive or fall in the Charles River. The other side, walk too far, Mass Pike. No problem. You're not going to do that either. So 2 miles long with a trolley down the middle, a group of friendly people, people who form a great community. This is a marvelous campus. So those are my reasons why I'm proud to welcome you here to Boston University. I hope I'll see you in the fall. Welcome. Now, I know you're eager to start your day and stop listening to a dean, and in a moment I'm going to cede the podium to Steve Jarvie. He will tell you exactly where you can go. Please stay seated until he does. We want you to get out of here without falling on each other. We've booked this so you have plenty of time to get to your next appointment. But before I do that, I just want to make 3 recommendations for your day. There are 3 things that I think you have to do if you do nothing else today. First of all, if you haven't already done so, please be sure to meet at least one of our wonderful Dean's House. Dean's House, where are you? Show us. Okay, those great and gorgeous people with the name tags. The Dean's House are students who are outstanding members of our community, who are here to help you. If you get lost, they'll show you where to go. They will answer your questions. They are extremely well informed about the campus. And I need to say, I say this every time, they are volunteers. They are doing this because they love this university, because they want to make sure the students who follow them are wonderful and give you every chance to fall in love with this place, as we all have. So whenever you see them, stop and talk to them, ask them questions. They're very friendly, never seen one of them bite anybody. Second, today, introduce yourself to a faculty member. Whether it's in one of the academic experiences that are scheduled after this talk, or during the academic expo after lunch, or while you're touring one of the science labs this afternoon, stop and talk to a professor. Ask why he or she thinks that BU is special. Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to say. Believe me, I can't tell my faculty what to say, and if I did, it wouldn't work anyway. But I'm absolutely sure that if you ask them about this campus and what's great about it, the common denominator will be the quality of teaching and the commitment to the undergraduate experience. And last, something you all have to do. Have some fun today. I know you have difficult decisions, some of you who haven't decided yet, but please don't forget to spend today celebrating the fact that you have gained admission to the best college in a fabulous university, and that alone is a great occasion for celebration. So again, welcome, have a great day. Steve Jarvie, step on up.
Well, let me add my welcome as well. We are thrilled that you're here, thrilled that you're thinking about BU, and no one is more thrilled than Dean Sapiro, and hopefully you felt that in her talk today. Let me say a couple of things about the schedule, and we'll turn you loose really quickly. But we've designed it kind of in two parts. The morning, as you know, is full of programming, lots of academic programming, and the afternoon is much more of an open campus feel. And we do that because we really think that this decision it reflects those two parts. It's very much an intellectual decision, right? It's the quality of your faculty and your majors and what do your graduates do and where are you ranked. But it's also an emotional decision. It's, do I feel right here? Do I fit in? Does it feel like home? And I think today is designed for you to answer both of those questions. Let me also add quickly that we know you can't be in two places at once. And some of you are looking at the schedule this morning and thinking, oh, I'd love to go to that, but I really want to go to that, but that means I have to miss that. Well, let me say right away that the message is not that different. That whatever program you go to, you're going to get a sense of the College of Arts and Sciences. You might get my perspective as an administrator from CAS 101. You'll get a faculty impression or perspective from one of the academic experiences. You'll hear from students at a student panel. So don't fret. You'll get a sense of the college wherever you go, and there'll be opportunities, as Dean Sapiro said, to have those meaningful conversations. I will see you again at lunch, and we'll talk a little bit about the afternoon and some of your options then. But for now, I'm going to dismiss you. And first of all, you have plenty of time, as Dean Sapiro said, to get to where you want to go. Everything is close by. I'm not going to read through the schedule, but I'm going to tell you where you're going to go, point you in the right direction, and then I recommend you just go slowly. Some of you leave right away. Some of you take your time. The academic experience classes are all right there. The conference auditorium is immediate to my left. The terrace lounge is a little further. You can make your way out that way. Both the student panel and CAS 101 take place outside of the building. One student panel is in the law auditorium. The CAS 101 is in the Sci Auditorium. They are Dean's hosts directing you there. So if you simply just go out the building, head down Comm Ave, they will point you in the right direction. So take your leisure, take your time, take another snack or a drink, make your way to your programs. I'll see you again at lunch. Thank you.